Hello everyone, myself Professor Hardik Prajapati. I warmly welcome to you from Sri Susha College of Commerce, Management and Computer Education. That is managed by Jain Citizens Education Society. In this video, we are talk about the principle of macroeconomics 2 in BCom SEM-4 department. So let us start today's lecture. Hello everyone. In the previous video, we will study about the balance of payment. And what is the balance of payment and why balance of payment are considered among the world country. Now, let us talk about the causes of deficit in balance of payment. What are the different types of causes are available in the balance of payment? Now, let us talk about first is that rapid rise in a population means that if population of any country is increasing, then the balance of payment will be rise, means that balance of payment will be conducted between two countries, like one country Indian country and second is the American or Russian country. Then the rapid rise in a population, then the balance of payment are deficit, means that balance of payment are down. Like that, we know that in a newspaper and the news TV channel, the rupee will be decreasing in between to the dollar. Now, this is the rapid rise in pollution, population is creates the causes of deficit in balance of payment. Second is that natural calamities. We know that the natural calamities like earthquake, cyclone, tides are available in any country. So all the country have a natural resources. If the natural calamities are available, and then the natural resources will be down, and then the crisis of a natural resources, then the deficit in a balance of payment are occur. Now let us talk about the third condition is that the war condition. What is the war condition? When war between two countries, then the overall budget are defined to the war items like bomb, rifles, missiles and tanks. So the balance of payment import or export area will be decreasing and balance of payment will be deficit. Next is that the inflation. Inflation is a very most occur in our economy. When inflation are occur, then the deficit of balance of payment will be conducted. When the price of any product will be increased, then it's called the inflation. Inflation around the country will be deficit in the balance of payment. Means that the other relation between import export relation of the countries will be decreasing and the overall deficit conducted due to the inflation. Next is that the five number causes is that economic development. If economic development in any country like a developing country, then the causes are available, means that the developing country conducted to development country, then there the independence to the other country import and export relation, then it's the occur the deficit in balance of payment. Now the sixth is that the large scale payment, means that if any country like India America relationships, that is the large scale payment are available due to the different types of technology, different types of grains or different types of vegetables and their most on. So the large scale payment are available, then the overall the import export business will be deficit, and the import export business is deficit, then the balance of payment of a country like India and America will be down and the deficit are occur. So the large scale payment is also cause for the balance of payment. Next is that the devaluation of a country's currency. We know that the devaluation of a country's currency means that the any higher currency are printing due to the inflation. It's called the devaluation of a country currency. Means that if we are nowadays we are mostly used to 2000 rupee note. But if in a future the 3000, 5000 rupee notes are printed, then it's called the devaluation of any country. So what this is the devaluation, and due to this devaluation, the many types of deficit are conducted. Means that like a Namibia, Zimbabwe, and the Romania, each type of are inflation due to the devaluation of current country's currency. There, now there is the seven causes for the deficit of balance of payment. Now let us talk due to that all seven topics are in a deeply. So if you know that the 7 points are mostly used in the causes of deficit in balance of payment. First is the rapid rise in population, natural calamities, war conditions, inflations, economic development, and large scale payment, devaluation of a country's currency. Now let us talk about the next topic of our chapter. Now let us talk about the effect of imbalance on balance of payment. There are the three topics are main available. First is that effect on total national product, effect on price level, and effect on exchange rate. Now first topic is that the total national product. Imbalance or deficit in a balance of payment is the outcome of a less exports than imports. Means that imports is a very increasing and the export is a less. Then the condition is available is a total national product. As the exports get reduced, the production in the export oriented industries get reduced. So there is the reduction in the income and employment is the export oriented industries. It is simple language says that if any country as the export will be minimum or reduced, then the export is reduced, then the overall export business or employment are reduced, then the overall national income will be affected. So the it may happen that due to decreasing in demand, the total national production may be get reduced. If demand will be reduced, then the overproduction will be reduced. Now let us talk about our second topic is that effect on a price level. When balance of payment are affect in a balance of payment. Now the deficit in the balance of payment is the outcome of a higher price in the country. Means that any product is a higher price, then it's called affected due to this. Become a dearer due to the higher price, which leads to decreasing the extent of exports. Means any product price will be higher in a country, then the export business will be down, and then the decreasing export business, so the no export are available for this commodity or this product price. This creates the deficit in the balance of payments. The deficit in a balance of payment brings to decreasing in a total national product. We know that in the previous topic is we understand that total national products will be decreasing, then the price level of the any country will be higher. Now let us talk about the third topic is that effect on exchange rate. Means that dollar rupee, dollar, pound and rupee, and most on. Now let us talk about the exchange rate. The deficit in a balance of payment is the outcome of a more import being more demanded for foreign exchange gets increased. The contrary to it, as there is a less extent to export, there is a less income in foreign exchange. So country will be have a less supply of foreign exchange. Thus, due to the deficit in imbalance of payment, the supply of foreign exchange get reduced. It may happen that when there is a deficit in an imbalance in the balance of payment, then the total national product may be decreased. Price level gets increased in the country and the external value of a country's currency gets decreased. Now, thus the deficit balance of payment becomes harmful for the country. That's why special efforts are made to make the balance of payment balanced one. Means that the exchange rate will be also affected due to imbalance of balance of payment. So there is the three main point are available to national. If the heavy national income products, then the imbalance of the balance of payment. Second is the high price of the any product will be conducted due to the balance of payment. and the exchange rate will be affected due to this imbalance of payment. Now let us talk about our next topic is that balance oriented trend in a balance of payment. What type of balance trend are available? There is the two trends are available. First is that balance through the charge in a price and balance through the charge in a income. Now let first talk is that the balance through the charge change in price. Classical economics believes that the balance of payment automatically gain balance through the charge or charge change in price. Means that balance of payment also change in price are available. So the change in price of any product then balance of payment are easily available. Here as per financial standard, it is assumed that the golden standard is the prevalent of economy both the countries. In such a situation, if deficit is created in the balance of payment of any given country, then that country incurs debt. Means that the balance of payment is the credited, then it could be the country is the in a debt. So in order to pay back debt, gold is exported from the country. Means that any country have in a debt, then it transfer or export the gold to the to the related country. So the extent of gold in the country gets reduced. Means that the overall storage of a gold in any country will be reduced. With the reduction of gold, the quantity of a money gets reduced. Means that if any country gold storage will be reduced, then the money will be reduced, and then the price go down. Means that any product or any material will be priced down. So the exports get increased, and it's in this manner after the deficit is over, and the export will be increasing due to the low price, and then the deficit is overcome. The balance of payment becomes a balanced one, and then overall balance will be covered by due to the price. First of all, we understand about all the balance through the charge in a price. Means that any two country relation between two export and import relation are conducted, the any country have a debt, then it's the fulfill with the debt like a gold material. If any country will be gold transferred through the second country, then the price of the gold or price of the any rupee or dollar will be down, then the overall product price will be down. Then the due to the higher price rating wanted to higher price of product, then export market will be increasing. Then the overall the imbalance of payment are conducted due to overcome with the gold sharing or gold transforming. Now let us talk about the second topic is that the balance through the charge in income. Next is that change in income. If J.M. Keynes and his follower believes that the balance is gained in the balance of payment not due to change in the price but due to change in income. Mr. Keynes and other economists are know that the balance through change in income, not a price. The income of a deficit area of a country's economy depends on each other. The income of industrial sector is dependent on the income of agriculture. We know that overall agriculture overall industrial sector is totally dependent on agriculture sector. The income of the foreign trade affects the income of agriculture and industries. Means that foreign trade also affect the industrial and agriculture sector. Thus, the income different sector affect each other. Now, suppose if there is the balance of the balance of payment of country, it so happens due to more exports than imports. With the rise of with exports, the income of source functioning to the export industries get increased. Means that export industries will be increasing, then the agriculture sector will be higher products demanded. Then the income of source function is the gained, and then certain portion of the increasing remains as saving, and the remaining portion is spent. Certain expense is incurred on the domestic products and certain other specific expense is incurred on imports, means that imports will be changed due to this. Now all the parameters are conducted due to this. First is that the process of the self-balancing vary length, means overall import and export data will be higher and length will be increased. Second is the undesirable fluctuation in the extent of income and employment. Third is the if imports are sometimes reduced and which is improper. This is the main 3 points are conducted due to the balance through change in income. Now, let us talk about the ways to bring the balance of payment. First step is that export promotion, means that we wanted to higher export in any country. The less exports and more imports are basic reason for the adverse balance of payment, means that export will be higher then the balance of payment will be higher. So, in order to remove the adverse impact in the balance of payment, exports should be increased. Means that balance of payment we wanted to balance of payment, then we export business will be increased. For increasing exports, the different export promotion steps become essential. We wanted to export promotion increasing, then there are the conducted the different types of steps. Certain steps can become encouraging ones for the export promotion. They are us under subsidy on exports, tax relief and export products, concession in the freight tax charges of export goods, relief in the taxes of export products and tax credit scheme. Means that how we increasing the export business. The government has a increasing export business due to the taxes, less rates, relief in a taxes and the subsidy in a exports. So the all businessmen are try to export their product to if any country. Now, this reason the modernization of exporting industries, extensive use to modern production methods and etc. due to this. And now let us talk about the export increasing steps can be following successfully condition. One is that if exportable surplus in the country gets increasing constantly, means the export business will be constantly increased. And second is the countries to which is exports are made, their citizens income should get increased, means that the export will be increasing then the income of the any country will be increased. That is the main 2 points are available for export promotion. Second is that control on imports. How to control imports? The more imports than exports is the important reason for deficit in the balance of payment. So in order to make the balance of payment in a, it is essential that the extent of imports should be reduced by the taking steps like imposing import duty, means the import duty will be imposing then the export will be import will be decrease, import quota, import license and control over unnecessary import etc. Means the unnecessary products are available in our country, then it's the higher higher focuses on the license of the import. Then imports can be controlled, then the total extent unnecessary imports are available. While the taking the steps the reduce imports, then the overall balance of payment will be conducted due to this. Next is that third topic is that financial contraction. When the deficit other condition being constantly in the economy, if the extent of finance is reduced, then it can be called the contraction of finance. Due to this price of the products get reduced, the recently export become cheap and get increased. Means the export will be increasing, then the overall business of the or overall balance of payment will be increased. Then the overall balance of payment will be increasing, then again balancing the balance of payment. Today the gold standard is no more in existence, as well as foreign trade is also not free. So the deficit country finance construction condition does not create it automatically. Now let us talk about the fourth point is that the exchange control. In the exchange control policy, government plays control over all the transaction of foreign exchange, in which any transaction pertaining to the foreign currency or a foreign exchange cannot be carried out without the permission of the government. Means that overall the export or import business are conducted due to the like a dollar. Indian dollar conducted due to the export business dollar currency, then it's required to permission for our government. With the permission of the government, only such a transaction take place and exchange rates fixed by the government. Next is that under the exchange control policy, the foreign exchange earned by the importer of the product has to be deposited with the central bank. Means the importer is the different types of industrialist has imported to the any products, then it's deposited to RBI or Central Bank of India, that some are some income are fixed in the RBI. If returned to it, the central bank gives him to foreign exchange at fixed rates by the central bank. The return sent RBI is gives to the foreign currency. The funds collected by the central bank in this manner are provided the certain specification imports. So the extent of imports inevitably reduced due to the deficit in the balance of payment is removed, and the balance of payment will be removed due to this. Next is that the devolution. When the value of a domestic currency of the country is reduced in relation to gold and foreign currency, then it is called the devaluation of the country. Between the devaluation and the depreciation of the currency, there is a difference when the government of any country declares officially the reduction of a value of its currency, and when the reduction and predetermined and its specific extent, then it is called the devaluation when the debt international money market will be value of the currency of a country is reducing. This is called due to the devaluation. There is the different types of our possibility are available. First is that the export demand in the overseas countries should be value margin. Second is that the demand of the imports for overseas countries should be not to be value elastics, inelastics. Third is that should not be competition between the one country to another country. Fourth is that the extent of the imported items should be very negligible or not at all items. Fifth is that there should be stability in the price. Sixth is that the exportable surplus in the country should not get increased. The seven is that if any demand of exports in income related, then the incomes of people of foreign countries should be get increased. Now, here our chapter will are completed. Now, let us next video we study about the our last chapter. Okay, તો આપણો વિડિયો અહીંયા પૂરો થાય છે. ફરીવાર મળીશું નવા વિડિયોની સાથે. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ.